The next thing that you need to know about Freud is how he views anxiety. So I'm going to put that little island drawing back up again. Okay, kind of like this. Never going to quite look the same because I'm not an artist. Okay. All right. So we got id, ego, and superego. Freud really talked about 3 kinds of anxiety. This is probably going to be the shortest of the Freud lectures, okay? Anxiety from the id is neurotic. The reason he calls it neurotic is because of the first 3 or 4 letters, N-E-U, N-E-U-R. Nervous system is what that means. Nervous system, neurotic. The nervous system is overfiring. The id is very nervous system-y. Remember, doesn't see reality, doesn't know rules, so it's really kind of living in a world of synapses and dendrites and nerve endings and neurotransmitters and all that kind of stuff. So anxiety from the id is called neurotic anxiety, which really kind of has no target and no reason, because reasoning doesn't exist in the id. It's just a feeling of perhaps dread or intense nervousness without any connection to the outside world. Okay, let's move up to the ego. The ego's anxiety is called real, because remember, the ego is all about facts and decisions, and so that's the part that would determine whether there's an external risk or cause of anxiety, such as somebody coming up and wanting to steal money from you, or being cut off driving on the freeway by a fast driver. Okay, that's real anxiety. And of course, the id is going to react to that in nervousness, but the anxiety is coming from the outside, not coming or starting from the id. The last one is superego. Oops, hang on. Okay, let me get this adjusted there. Okay, superego anxiety is moral. Now, what do we mean by moral anxiety? Well, moral anxiety is when you do something you know you shouldn't, and you feel guilt or you feel shame. That's moral anxiety. Pretty easy to understand, those 3. But the next drawing is going to be defense mechanisms, and this is where anxiety and defense mechanisms and the id, ego, and superego really come together as a dynamic system. So that's good enough for this shorter lecture. Back at you later.